Hello, and attention, duelists. We here at SemiLimited have a fondness for spooky things, so today we're gonna do a Halloween special. You know how Shadow Specters is coming out pretty soon, November, I believe, and some new cards in there. Yes, you know it. I'm talking about
drumroll,
Tanukits. And by extension, Ojamas. What'd you think I was gonna say? Vampires? Ghost tricks? Well, none of them compare to the frightening stature of the Ojamas. In fact, they're so scary that they scared Skull Servant's face right off of him. Even though he doesn't have a face to begin with. Anyways, here's my Ojama deck that I've been tinkering with for Shadow Specters and when Drescension comes out in the TCG. Got your normal Ojamas, of course. I run two of each. 3 is too much, get it too off in my hand. Even if I had a 46 card deck, I wouldn't like 3. I like Exodius in here for a couple reasons. Gets them back in the deck for Box of Friends, and allows you to make Gustav Max with Trigodia. Speaking of Trigodia, Ojamas are good deck for Trigodia because he can become 3,000 quite easily with all the cards you get to your hand with Oja Magic. Junk Synchron, big plays with Junk Warrior there. Works pretty well with the Ojamas. That's the only tuner I run. I don't run Egotistical Ape, even though I've heard good things about it. I haven't tested it yet, but I really like Junk Synchron enough that I don't think it matters. I put in a Zimbaowow because I like my Box of Friends getting out pretty early. 1 red, I don't like anymore because I can search them off of blue, and frankly, I don't use his effect more than once. Anyways, 3 blue, 2 isn't enough, you don't get it enough. I run 3 Box of Friends, even with the 2 of each normal. I think 3 is perfect, because Exodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord, pumps him back into your deck, and you want to get it pretty fast. I mean, it's not as important as blue, but it's important enough to get you early advantage if you can't get your blue. I run 2 instant fusions, despite only having 1 target. Again, Exodius can return your Ojama Knight. 2 Oja Magics. Normally, if I didn't run Exodius, I would only consider running 1 less than the amount of each normal Ojama I run, because if you get him in your hand, then the other one becomes dead. Still a good card, though. 2 creature swaps. Excellent Ojamas. Swap your box, swap your blue. Rhoda, get out your Junk Synchron. Important to summon Drescension, of course, and any other Synchron monster you might need. Dark Hole, good card. Works with box. Pot of Duality, I run 3 because in the opening of duels, I don't special summon very much. I just get boxes. I want my box and my Ojama Blue as quick as possible, so I run the pot to smoke them out. 2 MSTs, they seem fine. Don't think Lance is very good in this deck, but because there's very little traps that affect me very much. But Mystical Space Typhoon is good to get rid of big threats. Book of Moon, love that card. 2 countries, it's great. I only run 2 because searchable by blue, and I don't need it all the time. It's really not as important as it was when Exceeds didn't exist, and it will win games every once in a while, but the main focus of it is to get back an Ojama from the graveyard. 2 Phoenix Wing and Blasts. Ojamas, again, are a deck that tends to have a lot of card advantage. It kind of works against Trigodia, but I don't use Trigodia enough to justify not using this. It's basically a compulsory on steroids, but with the costs. And speaking of compulsory, run 1 of those and also 1 Solemn Warning. It's not a big trap-heavy deck. You got Ojama Knight for the instant fusions, also as a means to summon Drescension pretty easily. You go Junk Synchron, instant fusion, get Ojama Knight and your Junk Synchron. Then you have your Drescension at whatever cards you have in your hand, and if you summon a monster off of Junk Synchron, and have Ojama Country, he can become up to 7,800. Then you got Crimson Blader, you can summon him with Junk Synchron and any 5 in your deck. Scrap Dragon and some cool plays with Box of Friends. Black Rose Dragon. I don't like to go to Black Rose Dragon very often because generally it means using Junk Synchron and 2 Ojamas. Normally that means using Ojama Country already, but if it's necessary, it's necessary. Armades is pretty good. I had Frozen Fitzgerald, but it's just not as good as Armades. Junk Warrior, again, Junk Synchron with an Ojama, but if you already have a Sandayu the Vetanuki out, number 64, and a token, he gets boosted by amount of the token, so he's automatically 2,300 higher than That's the strongest monster on the field. Catastor, Gustav for Exodius, Trag. Adrius is rank 5. You don't get those out very often, but sometimes you need to. I had Volcasaurus, but I don't own one in real life, so yeah. I also don't own an Armadeus either, but shh. Stegosto Phoenix. It's okay, I guess. 2 number 64, Sandeu the Vetanuki. He is making Ojamas 10 times better than they were before by himself. He can't be destroyed by battle or card effect if there's another beast-type monster on the field. Just so good. And the fact that he makes a token that's as strong as the strongest monster of the field, it's ridiculous. Especially if the monster's mine. So I get Junk Warrior and a token out there with like 4,000 attack points. Gachi. Dark Mist, one of the few decks that can actually use it every once in a while and actually need to. Don't even worry about the side deck. Those are just cards I was thinking of trying out. The reason why I don't run 3 Sandaiu or more than 1 Gachi really is because Exodius can put them back anyways. A couple replays for it. Also, another thing is you can Scrap Dragon the Sandaius as much as you want. As long as there's another beast type on the field, doesn't matter. And then here's one that I took with Brendan today because I realized I didn't have enough replays saved. I wanted to show you how using Ascension to get 7800, but I couldn't do one. Ascension's relatively hard to summon, and it's just a bit. Yeah, I MST'd that. Probably should have done that, but I figured this field spell would be better. Figured Gachi was the safer play here. Didn't know what he had. Really wish he could attack the Ojama Blues, but yeah. Ended up getting 2 countries, which worked out pretty nicely for me because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this move. Considering stupid card right there. But 59, 5,000, or 49, 5,000 Now I did the smart play of putting Neosphere in defense mode, so I had to wait a couple turns to be able to do anything. But top deck this creature swap for the win. Alright, so that's Ojamas. Have a nice Halloween, and remember that.
Guide to the Unexplained. Listen, I have a theory. This doesn't usually like me sharing these, so I'm tagging it on to the end of this video. Draco Ascension reminds me a lot of Slifer the Sea. Makes me wonder, are they going to do a series of these gods as synchros? Anyway, I'm glad I got that in before. God. He sent him. God, no!
Yo!